Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of TechCity Disqus for the year 2020. So there's this app called, that's the game we're playing because we realized that there's an app for everything. So everything you need to learn and everything you need to know is just an app away. Mm-hmm. On this episode, we'll be talking about our tech resolutions for the year 2020. All the things that we think we need to be doing this year.
Yeah.
All of us. All right, guys, I'm Shaliwa Williams.
I'm Bella Rosakogie.
Welcome to TechCity Disqus.
New year, new me. Ow. So I think basically people make resolutions every year, and you don't exactly find people take a look at resolutions from maybe a tech perspective.
Yeah.
But over the years, that has changed. And so I guess a great way to start would be, how exactly can I use technology better for myself in the new year?
Yeah.
What are the things I want to use tech for to my advantage,
Yes.
right? And I think this is where I see my own tech resolutions.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, I think I want to be more productive, right? So I'm looking at the possibility of using more reminder apps this year. And I downloaded an app last year, Todoist, I think is what it was called. And I didn't use it that much. I think the notification from last year, it wasn't on my phone. But yeah, I want to use that more because I find that when you are able to schedule your day, you're able to achieve a lot more. You're able to be more productive instead of just, sitting around doing everything at the same time. So I want to use more productivity apps this year. I also want to maybe take some time off social apps, right? So more productivity apps, less social apps. I love Twitter. I love Instagram. I'm not that active on Facebook. So I want to see the possibility of going to Instagram only when I need to and not just staying there. Because I find that Instagram is a vortex of sorts. You get there and it sucks you in. You go from one person's profile to another. And it's like, how did I get here? Oh my gosh. So I'm looking at the possibility of only going there when I want to. And it's costing a lot of money as well. Data. Jeez. Instagram is a data usurper. So I'm looking at the possibility of spending less time on Instagram. I also want to use YouTube more this year for learning stuff. I learned a lot on YouTube last year. Makeup hacks. How do I look? So I want to use more, I want to learn more on YouTube this year. For now, that's, I think, about all I can think of. How about you?
So I think I'll start with productivity apps.
Right.
I think. Right. And speaking of productivity apps, I have a feedback for YouTube, right?
Right.
I said it before. I think YouTube needs a productivity tracker.
Right.
Instagram and all these apps, I think they already have.
They have.
But they need to be more.
I think Instagram is a bit more active with that, where you know how much time you have spent and then just setting as a reminder. So more productivity apps, and then just getting used to finding out things on the internet. So I think a fatigue a lot of people have about tech resolutions is that you say, oh, I want to use so and so this year, and then you just realize I really don't want to use it, but you just think it sounds nice. So I realized that a hack to it is having to download all those apps when you really have cause to. So if you say, oh, what does this mean in French? And then you search for apps, then you see that because of the interest that you have, it make you use it. Like getting an online course as well. I've tried doing online courses. Coursera is tired of me. Coursera, they are tired of sending me emails.
Your email is full, your inbox is full and everything. But when you start enjoying something, maybe copywriting, you're like, oh, I think I like copywriting and everything. You find that it's easier to do all these things. I also want to travel this year. I have 3 countries max.
Nice.
So I was speaking with Dolakpo. Dolakpo is our colleague, Dolakpo. And then so we're trying to do a savings plan.
Hey! Yes. Piggy vest, carry wise.
Yes. So I don't use either of that, but I think I would give it a try for this purpose. I don't. So these are the part of the things that you can use.
Where you have to thank me, guys.
Yes.
Both piggy vest and carry.
So organize your spending and everything better. So tech resolutions basically doesn't have to be anything so structured, but just how to even keep your social media saner, right? I think there are times that you need to unfollow people. Yes, you just realize that because you've been on these apps for many years, you followed some people, your timeline is really,
And make no apologies for it. If someone is perhaps putting stuff on your timeline that you don't appreciate, unfollow them. I think your sanity, and a positive state of mind is much better than, I don't know, having you in somebody's good books because you kept following them. I don't know. You get the drift.
This is not the scissors gang, guys. So cutting people off. It's just having, like you say, now social media. And then this is the part we get to plug in how to. So how to is great content on TechCity. Trust me, you get to discover a lot of hacks for your social media, how to organize it better, how to plan better. And then there are apps for everything, basically.
There are.
Yeah, so there's this app called Bamboo, right?
Are you like my spirit animal?
No, but the funny thing, I don't even use it. I'm just trying to help you so we can help ourselves.
Right.
We're holding ourselves accountable.
What's interesting is I know someone who works at Bamboo. I had talked about Piggyvest and Carrywise in my WhatsApp status one day, and I got like lots of messages. People were asking to please explain because I told them I use these applications, and then this guy just slides in my WhatsApp and is like, "Hey Bella, I see what you talk. I saw you talk about Piggyvest and Carrywise, and have you heard of Bamboo?" I'm like, well, not really. It's like, check it out. I kind of sort of work for them, but check it out. I don't want to say anything, but full disclosure, I work for them and it's a great app, and I downloaded it, and it actually helps you buy shares from different companies across the world, regardless of your location. I thought it was very, very nice. I saw shares for Apple, Alphabet, Google, major companies outside Nigeria, and I thought that was really great. I'm still saving up to buy any share anyway, but I have the app. So
everything is an app away. Everything, skills, everything you
investment.
Need to learn, investment. And I think we'll plug in, useful apps that we think you would find useful.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, in this video. So reading as well. A lot of people struggle with reading, because of the distraction of social media. So I think audiobooks. I'm not big on audiobooks, but I think I want to read. I'm going to audiobooks this year.
I did a lot of podcasts last year, and I want to continue with that this year. Audiobooks sound exciting, but I think it's funner if I did your audiobook for it. Yeah, another plug.
So that was another suggestion I saw on Twitter from a Twitter user, like feedback for audiobooks, that the authors should actually read these books like you would love to listen to them, not just like it's computerized, like the inflections and everything. So that way it's more enjoyable, like someone reading.
I tried out Audio Bible as well last year. And it was very interesting. So there were options for a British voice, an American voice, male or female. There were options for having a dramatic read or just, straight. And I thought I tried both and I was like, okay, this is cool. Podcasts, I think, are a thing that will get a lot bigger this year. More and more people are getting in tune with podcasts.
Yes.
So I think that I will do more of those this year. I have a few podcasts that I listen to. I have suggested a few to you. Have you listened to them just yet?
2020 is the year. New Year resolution. That's the resolution for this year.
But yeah, podcasts are definitely a thing I want to explore more of this year. Yeah, so with regards to podcasts, right, you don't have to have iTunes, right? You could download Anchor. There's lots of very interesting podcasts on Anchor. Google Podcasts as well. I think that's still up. I know as of early last year, they still had Google Podcasts. SoundCloud is a good place to go as well for podcasts. Not only music they publish there. Which other ones come to mind? Just keep your eyes peeled on our social media platforms. We'll be sharing as we use them and our experiences as well. So be on the lookout. Is that what we have time for?
That's basically it.
Okay. Don't forget, Shalima talked about learning. So Udemy is there, Coursera is there, Skillshare. Check that out as well.
Everything basically.
Yeah. And there's also TechCityNG.com for all the useful information. All right. So all the best with your tech resolutions this year. We wish you success. We hope that you achieve everything you set out to achieve this year. And if you're having any trouble trying to stay on track, come back and watch this video for some much needed ginger
inspiration.
There you go.
And please let us know some apps we will find useful in the comment section, right? So we can hold ourselves, each other
accountable. That's right. And we have to go now.
Yes.
I had to be more time conscious this year as well.
Yes.
So yeah, this is probably the shortest goodbye you will see on TechCity Disqus between now and the last decade.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.